What a beautiful night. Park designed where the shade comes upon you as the concert progresses. That's good. I have a number of sponsors. We couldn't do this without our sponsorship. And I want Thank you. The big band era, when everyone knew the names of everyone in the bands. The sidemen were as big of a star and as well known as the frontmen. Some of you today can probably name the sax players in the Glenn Miller Orchestra right down the line. Tonight's Jazz and Glide will show the gradual move away from that. The next song was an instrumental hit, a monster hit. And before we turn to the vocals, we've got to tip our due to this hit. The first gold record in America. The first million-seller hit. It needs no introduction. Here we go.
Thanks a lot. Let's move along, sir. I'm videotaping. Over there. Thank you.
To hear a lot of the men in the band. Even today, I don't really want to say sidemen. They're certainly equals. Let's hear it for all those great soloists we've heard so far. And you're going to hear their names later. In 1944, Les Brown and his band of renown had Doris Day as a vocalist, and a hit record with the song. It was Day's first hit in 1945. The song's release coincided with the end of World War II in Europe and became an unofficial homecoming theme for so many vets. Here's Sentimental Journey in a special jazz arrangement, because this is Jazz in July. We have our own Hall of Fame arranger in the city, Don East. He is gone now, but much remembered. This is Don's arrangement, and we're going to welcome GINA GEDLER to the microphone on the second half.
Hi everybody, how are ya? Thanks for coming out tonight. that's the only nice song I'm singing tonight, okay? So get over it.
So in 1940, this is great. Gina's going to have to emulate a lot of artists tonight in a whole bunch of different styles. In 1944, Kitty Callan, there's a name, as with Doris Day, became a household name after styling the song It's Been a Long, Long Time with the Harry James Band. Next, Gina's going to sing I'm Beginning to See the Light. But it was written in part by both Ellington and James, but it was the Harry James version that was the immediate hit, and it outsold all other versions. Oddly, many singers credit Pretty Kitty Callan as a blues and early jazz influence, but her career was very sporadic, and yet the Harry James tunes were her #1 hits, and that's just the woman that made this song a jazz standard. I'm Beginning to See the Light. All right, Gina will be back in just a little bit with some more. The next hit was an instrumental. They were still coinciding, the instrumentalists and the singers. It's Night Train. And this song had a complicated history, but it ranks as one of the most endearing instrumental hits without a vocal star. The original riff, well, I'm going to play it, was by Johnny Hodges. Knowing Ellington, they probably just faked a blues one night. And it's called That's the Blues, Old Man, is what they called it. A young saxophonist named Jimmy Forrest would later leave that band and score a #1 early R&B hit, and he called it Night Train. Here's our version, a mix of the famous Les Elgart cover and our own special arrangement at the end. Night Train. Okay, here we go, trombones. Some nice improvisation there. Written in 1941, the next song is rated number 6 on the Song of the Century poll. Well, the last century. The tight harmonies of the Andrews Sisters and the runaway popularity of this song make it one of the pivotal pieces that started that move from big band superstardom to vocal superstardom. It's Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy. Here's some fun facts. This song was introduced in an Abbott and Costello film. Number 2, there are still trumpet players and their descendants hotly arguing that they are the original bugle boy from Company B. Well, here's our bugle boy, Jim Bovinette, and Gina's going to take this one all her own. No, wait a minute.
We could be on a wild ride here.
There's a 4-bar intro.
He's always bossing me around.
Like here, Gina, nice and fast. Let me see those feet. Is that it? Okay, here we go. Ready?
I like to do it to where it almost makes me pass out.
1, 2, ready, go.
He was a famous German man from out Chicago way. He had a book style that no one else could play. Was the top man at his craft. But then his number came up and he was gone with the draft. He's in the army now, hello Reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy Company B. They made him blow the bugle for his Uncle Sam. It really brought him down because he could not jam. The captain seemed to understand. The soldier next to the cap went out and drafted a band. And now the company jumps when he was Reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy Company B. A toot, a tootly and duty blows 8 to the 5. His rhythm can't blow no unless the basic guitar is playing with him. And the company jumps when he was Reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy Company B. He was some boogie woogie bugle boy Company B. How when he plays the boogie woogie bugle, he was busy as a pussy. And the company jumps when he was Reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy Company B. Ah, doodly yada, doo doo, it blows 8 to the 5. Can't learn that, that's the basic guitar playing with him. And the company jumps when he was Reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy Company B. Ha, ha. Jam, everybody. Jamie, everybody. He was some boogie woogie bugle boy Company B. How when he plays the boogie woogie bugle, he was busy as a pussy bee. And the company jumps when he was Reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy Company B. Ah, doodly yada, doo doo, it blows 8 to the 5. Can't blow none, that's the basic guitar play with him. And the company jumps when he was Reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy Company B. Yeah.
I think Jim's the bugle boy.
JT.
Way to go, Gina.
JT the man.
Now stay up there, Gina.
And Jamie.
So, young Peggy Lee is next on the dock. Her solo star first flashed as a band singer with Benny Goodman. This next song is as vocally trend-setting for its subject matter as the arrangement is for big band jazz. Gina now sings the original arrangement from the Goodman Orchestra on Why Don't You Do Right. like some other men do.
Where's the train?
As vocalists like that, let's hear it again from Miss GEDLER.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
As vocalists like that started to trump the big bands, instrumentals had to work harder to compete, and the companies made sure they did. Turning to the exciting sounds of Latin dance music began to work. The next song is one of the 20 most recorded songs of all time. It is hard to believe that it wasn't even popular until Mickey Mouse made it famous in a short Disney cartoon called Saludos Amigos. Then Xavier Cugat did the rest. Of course, the most recorded Latin song of all time is Brazil. Here is a Don Hoy arrangement, and Rick Wynant's going to show you what it means to samba. Okay, now it's in true cut time. I know some of you out there used to dance to the Valère to that very arrangement. Great to see you here tonight. Here's GINA back to show how the vocalists came back, and it's called Sway. Sway, sway, sway. Here we go.
I could sing the Latin stuff too, okay?
There's 3 little cowbells.
When marimba rhythms start to play, dance with me, make me sway, like the lazy ocean hugs the shore. Hold me close, sway me more, like a flower bending in the breeze. Bend with me, sway with me. When we dance, you have a way with me. Stay with me, sway with me. Other dancers may be on the floor, dear, but my eyes will see only you. Only you have that magic technique. When we sway, I go weak. I can hear the sound of violin long before it begins. Make me thrill as only you know how. Sway me smooth, sway me now.
You sat in the front row. You had to
Yeah.
know. You had to know it was coming.
Sucker.
Gina will be back in our second half, and we're going to end our first set with a killer instrumental from the Dixieland Library. This is the South Rampart Street Parade, and it features the whole band here and there in little bits. It's a beautiful night. We'll be back in less than 10 minutes, and we'll be playing till 8:30. We'll see you soon. Instrumental hit is known by its very first two measures, was never played the same way twice by the men that wrote it, is mostly improvisation, and while it sold 1 million records as early as 1939, it had to wait till 2002 to walk away with a Grammy Hall of Fame award. It's the Woodchopper's Ball. And Woody Herman, of course, had to work hard to compete against the vocalists.
Oh, yeah.
couldn't dance without rhythm. Jamie Paulson on the piano, Pete Vanderreed on the bass, and Rick Wynant, my original drummer, on the drums. The reason we had to momentarily visit 1939 was in that same year, a young singer and studio actress sang her way into America's heart. For many of us, she's still there. She put her stamp on the song she sang and became a superstar. And she's simply one of the greatest. GINA GEDLER. No, actually, GINA's had to do a great job being schizophrenic and do all these vocals. Let's hear it for GINA. Of course,
Thank you.
I speak of the complex Judy Garland. Here's GINA going to take, she has her own nightclub act. She sings a lot around the city. Jamie plays with her, and they're going to take over with some small group jazz now and do Somewhere Over the Rainbow.
Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops away above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find
you. Hey, John, before we get started here again, I got to make a little announcement for a special friend of ours.
I think you should.
Yes, thank you, thank you. There is a gentleman that is 80 years young that records all of these events like this. He takes it upon himself to put recordings together and puts them on YouTube, so you can go out there and look them up and scroll through them, or if there's anybody in particular you're wanting to find, you could try and search for him by name. His name is, we call him Jazzman Joe. He's right there. He's always filming, always sitting in the front. God love him. Yep. So I'm told to tell you that you can go and search on YouTube, right?
Right.
You can search Jazzman Joe 100, right? Jazzman Joe 100. Once you put that in, you get into his library, and he has over 500 videos of all of the jazz that goes around all over the state, actually. Right, Joe?
Hey, Gina, I put the check in the mail to you.
That's right. That's going to cost you, Joe. And it better be at least 6 figures. That's all I'm saying. No, I'm just kidding. So yeah, let's hear it for Jazzman Joe. People like that keeps us in the public, and so that you can see us and check us out.
Thank you.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you, Joe, and thank you, Gina.
Thank you, John.
Let's hear it again for the Waukee and all of our sponsors for the Jazz in July here at this beautiful park.